This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Huge thank you to them. Hi everyone, how are you? How's it going? I guess that if you're watching this video, either you're feeling stuck right now or you've felt stuck in the past, and that was the state in which I was for a little over a month recently. Trust me, I know how it feels. I felt so hopeless, so unmotivated, so burnt out. It felt like it was never gonna end. I had no idea how to get myself out of that hole. And a few days ago, things completely flipped upside down. A little bit out of nowhere. It never happened to me like that. Usually it's such a gradual process and things start getting better and then you start getting the momentum again. But this time it really felt like being struck by a lightning, and it was really intense. I'm not saying that by doing the tools I'm going to share in this video, the same thing's going to happen to you, but I think that all of them lead towards the direction of hopefully feeling better soon. Whether that's going to be a very quick shift or a gradual process that you're going to go through. So here are the things that have tremendously helped me. The first thing was acceptance, being present with whatever I was feeling or experiencing in the moment. And obviously, when you feel so crappy, you don't want to focus on that. You want to find every possible thing you can do to distract yourself and make that feeling go away. But I found that by resisting it, I was actually making it worse. So I took a step back and tried to allow myself to just be and feel. Like if I didn't want to do anything and all I wanted was to lay in bed and rest, I just allowed myself to rest and do nothing. Meditation helped me quite a bit as well. And yes, even if it meant like laying down and just doing nothing for a little bit with my eyes closed and letting my thoughts go crazy in my mind, but try to focus on my breath and the present moment and try to feel my body sink into the mattress, that felt great. If you don't want to do anything, just do nothing. Try to rest, try to reset. This is like a cleanse, this is like a detox. And sometimes they get really so intense that it's really difficult for us to do anything else than just rest. The second thing that I try to practice and I'm still implementing now, and that's something I've struggled so much and I'm still struggling with a lot, is self-compassion. I tend to be someone who's really hard on herself, very critical of myself, and I know I'm not the only one. I'm sure many of you can relate. Trying to have a more kind self-talk, speaking positively and kindly and lovingly to yourself helps a lot. And it can feel really weird at first. It feels like, why would I talk to myself that way? But maybe what you could do, and that's what I did that really helped me, is to reconnect with my inner child, because a lot of the stuckness that I was feeling, a lot of the negative emotions were things that were repeated. These feelings of inadequacy, of not being enough, was really things that came out from my childhood. And honestly, just talk kindly to my little self. Tell little Chloe that she was going to be okay, that this is just a phase and this is just temporary and things eventually are going to start feeling better. And this is part of the journey, this is part of the healing, and this is part of everyone's lives. Step 3 was to ask for support. Whether you want to seek support from a professional or from somebody you trust, a friend, a family member who you feel open to speak with, who you feel are going to be non-judgmental and not projecting of their own inner worlds, and that you feel like can really hold the space for you just to simply share how you've been experiencing life right now. Just reach out. That in itself is saying, hey, I'm taking responsibility for how I'm feeling right now, and I'm accepting the fact that I need help and I need support, and I deserve that help and support. Step 4 was to speak out and express what I was experiencing. You'll realize how many people have felt similar to what you're feeling right now, and it will help you feel less lonely, feel less hopeless in the situation that you are. This also allows for this negative circulating energy within you and these emotions to actually be expressed outside of the body, and that can actually help with seeing things from a different perspective. If you can't speak out to someone right now, you could obviously talk out loud to yourself. Sometimes it has a different feeling than just letting the thoughts sit in your head, or write them down, journal. This allows you to take a step back from the situation and see things from a different, more external perspective. It might really help and dissolve a bit of the tangleness that's within you. Number 5 was to fuel my mind with positive content. Whether it was reading a book that had really positive and encouraging affirmations, or following Instagram accounts that had really beautiful sharings like quotes or experiences, things that just don't make you feel so alone. Try to distance yourself as much as you can from the mindless scrolling, because I've noticed that when I scroll on Instagram when I'm feeling really insecure and very low, this can actually make it worse as well. So being mindful of what you're consuming is actually going to have an effect within you. Number 6 was to move. This can feel so hard, and I have a really hard time shake things up when I feel so stuck. I just want to curl in a blanket, not move, and my body feels so stiff and my head will hurt, and the last thing I want to do is get out of bed and go on a walk, but it will help tremendously. So if you can find the power within yourself or outside yourself to move and get out of a stuck situation, just by moving the body, shaking things up, whether it's just a little walk around the block, a walk within your apartment, a little stretch on your yoga mat, or maybe just like some breath work, because that allows some movement in the breath and in the body. A lot of the emotions and the feelings that we're experiencing are being constricted in the body. So if we shake the body up, things oftentimes move as well and circulate better. Number 7 is to connect with nature. Walk barefoot onto some grass or in the sand, or even just open your window and take a deep breath of fresh air. Take a shower, connect with water. If you can jump into a lake, an ocean, that's even better. And these are things that I've noticed have really grounded me. Seeing the stillness and the presence of a tree or a rock that just sits there in that same place all day, and no matter what happens, how the weather changes, it's still there and it's still grounded. And finally, number 8 was to practice faith and trust through maybe affirmations or through a past experience. So if you're out of a rut right now and you're feeling great, maybe you write how you're feeling right now, so that when you're feeling back into this stuckness, refer back to how you were feeling when you were out of it. Or maybe write a little letter to your stuck self as your empowered self right now. That will maybe help you for next time. This is something that I haven't done yet, but I'm gonna do now, and I'm really excited of seeing how that might impact me next time I feel really stuck and in a rut. If it's repeating certain affirmations or reading affirmations, do that. Telling yourself everything's going to be okay. There's been really difficult times in your life already, probably, and you've overcome them, and that's going to be the same with this one. Keeping faith and trust in those difficult times is a very difficult thing to do, but that's what keeps us going and keeps us moving forward, and have faith that things are going to get better, because they always do. So these are my tips, and these have been the tools that I've used this time. There's going to be a whole blog post about this topic on my blog, which was created with Squarespace. I'll link it down below. Squarespace is the platform I've been using for creating my own website, and it's been wonderful. If you want to give Squarespace a try and create your own website, you can go to squarespace.com to get a free trial and see if you like the service. And then if you enjoy it, you can go to squarespace.com/Chloe Kian, and that link will get you a 10% off your order. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope this post will resonate. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.